Hello, people of YouTube, people of internet, and people of world. It is I, the Classic Juan, coming to you from my ever-growing retro game room and stream station. What's up, everybody? It's Tuesday again, and you know what we do on Tuesdays, and that's play some classic games. And Mr. Senor is here with us. Thanks for coming along for the ride, buddy. So happy to have you. There's some other people watching who have not commented in the chat. Please comment in the chat. We'd like to know what you're thinking, what you got to say. That's what we like to hear and see. So today we're going to be continuing on some Resident Evil action here. So we're just going to kind of keep forward with that. So that's what we're going to do. I do have my walkthrough pulled up here just in case we get stuck at some point. And comment. Yes, please do. And I have my beer here as well. So this beer is actually from a brewery. Where is it out of New Braunfels, Texas, called Five Stones Artisanal Brewery. Sorry, not artisanal, Artisan Brewery. I don't know why I wrote artisanal down here. Artisan Brewery, and the beer we will be drinking today is called the Braunfelser. And this is kind of a cool can. So this is actually a Pilsner, and the can's pretty cool. It's got this dude on it, and this dude just kind of seemed pretty interesting. You can check out the Instagram and see a better picture of that. So this is a Keller Pils. The bottle doesn't really say a whole lot, but it is just kind of fancy and pretty cool, so I do like it. So as always, proper glassware is how we do things here. So let's crack this guy open. And as we always do, pour our beer. Good head on this beer. And it does kind of look like it dissolves pretty quickly, actually, which for these lighter beers is expected. The head's not going to stick around for too long. Look at that color. Good coloration. So while I wait for this head to come down a little bit, I don't know if you guys heard the news recently, but Nintendo's actually going to be re-releasing the NES Classic toward the tail end of June. So we missed that on the first go-around. So hopefully we're able to get one here on the second go-around. They're also going to be re-releasing the Super Nintendo Classic, and both of those are going to be available from the end of June to the end of the year. So basically from July on to the end of the year. I don't know what stock's going to look like. They really haven't talked a whole lot about that. So hopefully we're not stuck with the same game that we're playing like for these last two, where just shitload of desire and no stock to fill that desire. So we'll see what happens. I am excited about that though. So hopefully I can get my hands on a Super Nintendo Classic, a regular Nintendo, an NES Classic. Granted, I do own, like, I think it's got, what, 23 games on it, 26 games on it. I own about 75% of the games on that console. So it's not really for the games, it's kind of just more for the nostalgia. Plus I like being able to plug it into an HD TV, because if you're not familiar with retro games and retro gaming consoles, you can't, whoa, sorry about that, you can't plug them into your HD TVs. It's just not a thing. You gotta get converters and all sorts of stuff. So I like that freedom. This beer, we're gonna get it all in there. There we go. Shake it off. All right. So that is picturesque. If somebody could just freeze this, clip out the beer, and post it on our Instagram. Look at that. That is made to be framed. I'm just gonna snapshot this image right here of me next to this beer and frame it here in this room, because that is glorious. Alright, we're gonna let that head come down. In the meanwhile, let's play some games. All right, let's do this. So we were playing as Jill Valentine, and yeah. So we're gonna load up our game. Resident Evil. Do not pull out the memory card. I couldn't even if I wanted to. Storeroom. So that's our safe place. The storeroom is our safe place. All right. So we're actually gonna come out of this room. We're not gonna go up the stairs yet. We're actually going to head to. We're gonna head to. Gotta get it readjusted the controls here. Okay. We're gonna head back to the first floor, and we gotta get the star crest. So we're headed this way. So we're gonna come back to where we're at right now, but first we gotta do this last thing on this first floor here. Whoop. We killed everybody here. I think no, I'm not going that way yet. Coming in here. We're all gonna die down here. You're all going to die down here. Alright, we don't have to kill the birds. It's not a thing. This picture is entitled From Cradle to Grave. See, this is a puzzle, and that's the clue, is that you gotta click buttons in the order. Yeah, because there's puzzles. It's not a bar name puzzles, it's just there's puzzles. Alright, sorry, making adjustments to the camera here. Alright, let's do this. So, from the cradle to the grave. Picture of a tired middle-aged man. We will not push it. No, because that is not the cradle. How about it? Picture of a newborn baby. We'll hit that button first. Yes, I will push that button. Click it. So I guess whatever comes after a newborn, a young man. This one might be next, but let's see if there's a picture like of a boy. I guess we'll go with infant. Oh. Probably not. So we'll go back with what was it? What was this first one? A young man, and then a tired middle-aged man, I guess, and then the old man. So here. Running, running, running. Got to keep on running. The end of life. Dun dun dun. So what do you think of the horror genre in gaming? Do you feel it loses its value as graphics have become obviously old? I'm assuming what you're trying to say to me right now is, does this game suck because it's old? Before I answer that question, I'm going to take a swig of this beer. Definitely hoppy. Man, I don't know what it is about this particular hops that they use for this, and I don't know what they are, but they are incredibly crisp and clean. Not a whole lot of maltiness in it. It's there though. You get kind of like the after flavor of that maltiness, but it's not overly bearing. It's good beer. It's good beer. If you like crisp hops, that one I think is going to be a little bit higher on the IBU scale, probably a 40, if I had to guess. Maybe not that high, maybe a 30, maybe like a upper 30. Very good. But back to Memo's question. So what do you think of the horror genre in gaming? Do you feel it loses its value as graphics become obviously old? I don't think so. And a lot of that has to do, like, I feel like some of the games, like the jump factor is always there, but the creep factor, like the lingering horror. Sorry, Mr. Senor. Yeah, sorry, I don't know. I miss the dude. I miss Memo. Yeah, so back to Mr. Senor's question. Not that I don't like you, Mr. Senor. I miss that guy. But yeah, to Mr. Senor's question, it's the creep factor persists, and I think that, like, for me, it's very evident in horror movies, regardless of the age of the horror movie. If it's a good horror movie, the creep factor persists, like the lingering, and that's the most important thing for me in any horror game, is the lingering effect. I think Resident Evil, for people who have been around and played the genre for many years, have lost the effect just because they're used to it. Like, people who have seen a ton of horror movies kind of lose the novelty of the idea of a horror movie, and so that's why a lot of these horror movie critics are so like unimpressed by horror movies now. But I think, like, if my kids play Resident Evil, I think it'll be initially terrifying as a game, kind of getting the feel for that. Like, I think, yeah, maybe if I overstimulate them to horror movies early on, then this won't matter. But if you present them with this initially, then I think it will matter. So maybe not to somebody who's veteran will this. So I guess I should say, if you're veteran at games and horror games specifically, or anything in the horror genre, then yes, they do lose their gusto. But I think for anybody new to the idea, these are definitely the games to start with, because you want to graduate them up. And so I think this is a great place to start. I don't know if that answered the question appropriately or not, but that's what I have to say about that. I just wanted you to know, Mr. Senor, that I've been working really hard to not call you Memo, because I'm so used to there only being 3 of us, and since he's one of the original founding members, I still have not embraced the idea of him being gone and you having replaced him. So sorry about that. I'll get there. I'll get there. You got me. Alright, let's do this thing. Not that I don't like you. I love your streams. We're gonna have to play a board game. A hard board game. In the dark. Oh, shoot. You die. You die, doggy. Stars will begin to appear in the sky, and the wind will blow towards the ground. Then the gate of new life will open. Oh, didn't want to do that again. Stick that thing in there. Low for sure. I always felt that memorandum was a jerk. Hey, some people feel that way, but I like the guy. Me and him go way back. So don't talk bad about him, or I'll hurt you in your face. Even though it's covered up, people will still know that I messed it up. Did you see that pose that Jill did? She like puts her hand on her hip, like she's like over it, waiting for you. Like, hurry up, dude. I don't got time for this nonsense. Climb up the stairs. Climbing up the stairs. Climb up the stairs. I just want you to know, like, when this game gets really terrifying, doing the stair thing is like the most terrifying thing ever. Oh shit. Seriously? There's another one? Guess I'm going this way, I think. I don't know exactly where I'm going. Broken knob. I unlocked it. I guess we're going in here. Yep. Oh, fuck. I think it's dead. Alright. Sorry, there's a bug flying around in here. Don't fly in my beer bug. Oh. I forgot. Things are happening and I could have just died. Ah, a book about herbs. I don't really care for herbs, but I hear like anybody whose name is Herb is jerkface. Sorry if your name was Herb. As you know, there are many plants that have medicinal effects. Since ancient times, humans have been healing wounds, diseases, various plants. Go learn about plants. Each herb has a different color. The green one recovers physical strength. The blue one neutralizes natural toxins, while the red one does not have any effect by itself. The red herb is only effective when it's mixed with other herbs. If you mix the herb with the herb that recovers physical strength, the recovery effect will be tripled. By adjusting the amount and experimenting with these 3 herbs, you can create various kinds of medicines. But I'll leave the details in your hands, because that's the best way to acquire true knowledge. Botany book has been filed. The botany book has been filed. Okay. Oh, probably should have. unlock this door, but we won't go in just yet. Because there's another thing that we gotta do first. Is what they tell me. I don't know. Oh. Am I going in this door? Into the hall. Aha! Sucker! Is he dead? He's not dead! Alright, he dead now. Barry!
Jill, what's going on? Any clues?
No, but something's wrong with this house.
No.
Whoa, this hall is dangerous. Maybe it's better to secure our escape route first. There must be a back door somewhere. Let's try to find it first, shall we?
Okay, let's separate again.
Just a moment. I found something.
What is it?
It's a weapon. It's really powerful, especially against living things. Better take it with you.
But how about you, Barry?
I have this.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
I have this. Acid rounds. Later, Barry. Thanks for the acid rounds. Alright. Because we are just going through ammo like crazy nuts. Alright. Creepy ass music. Ooh, I like this song. I might need to invest in the It's Forrest! He's been pecked to death by crows. Fucking fuck. Oh shit. Fuck birds. Trying to kill me. What's my health looking like? Caution. Use. Okay, fine. I'm fine. This beer's good. Just want to make it known that I was a fan of that song. I don't have to buy the soundtrack, like I said. Get back up. I know you ain't dead. Soltar, soltar. There we go. There we go. Blam! I should have checked my ammo before I walked in here. Shada. Shada, yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't mess with the shot egg. A blamity blam! Oh, you didn't die? Should I have aimed up? Are you dead, sir? Gonna say yes. Gonna say yes. Alright. The howling of an animal can be heard on and off. Shiz. Oh. There's another guy here somewhere. There he is. What's up, buddy? Alright. Yay! Vitamins and serums. So we we don't need our bazooka, and we don't need our acid rounds at this point. It would be nice to, like, you know, have more ammo, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Alright. Alright. So we will need our chemical. And just because we're not planning to unlock anything, we're going to save. Because we're cautious individuals. And we've been screwed before, so we'll just write over this. Because that's the way I like to do things. And for you guys that are watching, tell me what you kind of use as your saving strategy. Do you guys like to have one file and just continue to overwrite the same file? Do you guys like to have two files? It's my particular preference, and override one and have the other one, and kind of just go back and forth between overwriting one and then the other. Or what's your style? Tell me what your style of saving is. I want to know. I want to know. Man, I could really use some ammo right now. I don't know if I'm supposed to be like looting bodies or where my ammo's supposed to be coming from, but there's just not a lot of it around. Whoops. Ooh, what door am I supposed to go into? The door at the end of the hall is what it says. Alright, well, that's probably an appropriate time to, you know, grab that knife. Not that I want the knife, but quite frankly, I don't have any other weapons right now. Actually, you know what? Sorry. I'm going to leave the ink ribbons in there. I don't want to carry them around. Because I just don't have any space. Shit, again. Crap. Let's see. Ah, damn. I went into the wrong room. I was right the first time. If. That's what I want to be. I know, pump. Oh, you don't like that, plant? You don't like that? They did. Sure, I'll take the dimension key. I'm down with that. What else back there? What else you got? Herbs. We gonna mix some herbs. Boom. Fine. Yeah, I want to mix the herbs. The herbs. Alright. That's it, just a ton of herbs in this room. And the key, obviously. When you're done, leave the storage room or plant room and meet in the dark hall on the bottom of the steps. Ah, gotcha. So we'll head backwards here. I'm gonna put some of these herbs back in our storage unit just to save them for a later date. First we'll come in here because, well, it's close. Yes, I will use a lockpick. Yes, I'll take the shells. Mm-hmm. Then over here we got, what do we got? We take the broken shotgun. No. So this broken shotgun, you can actually, that room where we almost got squished, if you have the broken shotgun, you can put it there where we got the original shotgun, the functional shotgun. You can put it there and that whole scene can be avoided and you won't get turned into a Jill sandwich. This would have been nice to have come into this room before I almost got eaten. I could have had some ammo. Could have been prepared. Alright, so we're going back to storage. So I think in this particular walkthrough, I guess they're gonna have me put all of the emblems on there at the same time. Like the one that I just got. I've already done that, so that's gonna be a little wonky here. So we'll throw this guy in there. And our knife, we'll throw it back in there. What do we got? Just some ink ribbons and whatnot. Okay. And I'm actually gonna grab these ink ribbons on the bed, even though this guy doesn't want me to for some reason. I'll toss those in here as well. Yeah. Alrighty. Alrighty. Actually, let me save just in case. Oh, no. Just in case we find ourselves in a position going just a hair over. We got plenty of healing ribbon, or healing. We got plenty of save ribbons here, so I'm not afraid to save. I'm not trying to unlock anything special, so we're just gonna go with that. Finally made it. Hey man, what's going on? Jack of all Games has decided to grace us with his presence. Thanks for coming out, man. Alright, so we got that. And we're off to the races once more. Welcome, Jack of all Games. Welcome, welcome. Playing Resident Evil. So, a question that I posed to the group that is watching that nobody answered me, but I'd like to know what you think. I just saved the game there, and if you saw, I have 2 files saved, and my particular preference for saving is to like alternate saving files. Like I'll save one, and then I'll save another one, and then I'll override the first one, then I'll override the second one, then the third one, and the fourth one, and I just kind of go back and forth saving in that manner. That's my particular preference. Do you do any sort of weird saving thing whenever there's a game to save, or do you just override the same file? Do you make a bunch of different files? How do you save? That is my question. How do you save? Do you have any weird saving quirks that you have? Yes, I'll take the clip. None of them looks useful. Nothing special. Nothing special. There should be a box. Maybe a diary. Scary. That made me nervous a little bit. See, Mr. Senor, that's the kind of stuff that I was saying. It doesn't matter how old the graphics are, that still got me a little bit on the inside. My heart sped up just a hair. I kind of do that. I feel like I made a game-altering choice. I'll start a new save file until so I know I don't regret it. Yeah, I agree. It's like one of those things, like if you save in a position where you're just going to repeatedly keep dying, you can go to your previous save point. Even though it sucks to lose the time, at least it's not a big trek like starting from the beginning of the game. Ready? Keeper's Diary. May 9th. Hey, that's my birthday. 1998, not my birthday. 13 years after my birthday. At night, we played poker with Scott the guard, Alias, and Steve the researcher. Steve was really lucky, but I think he was cheating. What a scumbag. It made 10th. I rank a researcher. Looks like a gorilla without any skin. To feed them light food. Actually ate it. May 11th. So the games that we're going to be playing are all the 1998 games. So that's this one, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil Code Veronica, and Resident Evil 0. And then I think I'm going to play Resident Evil 3, which is Nemesis, which all take place at about this same timeline. Everything outside of those 5 games takes place about 4 years down the road. Spacesuit, medical room, a lot of itchy, tasty. Basically just understanding how the virus happened. Off we go. So this room should look semi-familiar that we're about to go into. It's the hallway where we initially found the dead dude. We came in through this door, we ran over here, and we were like, oh my god, dude's dead! It's Kenneth! And he has ammo, and we already took it! But, yeah, so we don't worry about that anymore. And so we are going to... this way. That'll be the door to our left, right here. Get in the room. See him? I played a lot of Final Fantasy and would get really save conscious when I feel like I'm getting close to end because you hit that point of no return, final dungeon. Yep. Yeah, that's kind of what I like about like shoot 'em up games. It's like, why is there a bunch of healing items and ammo lying around everywhere? I feel like something bad's about to happen. Oh. This is when the controls are really awkward. Alright, I guess I gotta come over here. And of course, probably, yes, and one of the most memorable parts, which is the Moonlight Sonata part. Let me accidentally left something behind that I needed. My older brother liked the game so much he learned to play the piano. The sole purpose of learning that song. That's dedication, Holmes. He only ever learned to play that one song. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's dedication, Holmes. It says I should have a silver emblem to put in that hole, but I think that silver emblem I already stuck outside. No, that was a star crest. Did I miss the silver emblem? Oh, I did. I know where it's at. Okay. I know exactly where I need to go. Is there a tyrant in this one and you fight pre-final boss? I don't remember. It's been so long since I played this first one. I want to say yes because there's a bazooka and I know the bazooka gets used for that guy. So I want to say yes to that. The emblem that we have grabbed. Oh, you know what? Can I drop items? Boo. Let's go back to our little storage unit. Ain't got enough space to carry all the stuffs. I like to carry the ammo. I'm a shooter. What can I say? Red herbs increase effect and blue herbs heal status effects. Yes, that is correct. And in this game, the status effect thing is not as big of a deal because you don't encounter enough of the plants that poison you and cause the status effects to warrant like carrying a whole lot of it. I don't even think you encounter a whole lot of it until the end anyway. Alright, we'll put this guy away. Everything else we'll want to hold on to for now. Man. Let me see here real quick. It says silver-plated emblem. This doesn't look like a silver-plated emblem. It doesn't look like it's going to matter either way. I just need this damn emblem. Alright, so let's make this switch. We'll come back and we'll save. This damn thing that we supposedly freed. Oh, almost had it. There we go. Yes. Take it. Mm-hmm. There we go. So we just come over here. We do the old switcheroo. Switcheroony. Not gonna lie, the rooms are easier to get back and forth from than Sweet Home, and thank God, because with Sweet Home the back and forth was so exhausting. There you go, Mr. Senor. Now Miss Senor can Miss Senora can be happy that we've stopped the ticking and the talking. The tick-tockery. Yeah, I'll take the key. You always take the keys. Yes, I'll take the jewel. You always take the things that are given to you. Alrighty. Success! Ah. Pico, pico, pico. Oh, we go in here. Pico, pico, pico. Pico, pico. Pico, 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 pico. Some tigers have a red eye and a blue eye. I have the blue eye. We'll come back when we have the red eye. Because clearly there's another side to this thing. Of course I'm going to take the wind crescent. Why wouldn't I take it? Alright, so we've been in most of the rooms, with the exception of 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rooms. We've been in the vast majority of the rooms. It's okay. Alright, well, let's get back to it. So we're gonna get back to the storage room. We're gonna save, and we're gonna call it. So let's get there. Alright, so we'll put this guy away. And let's save. Why do I remember there being significantly more fighting? Yeah, so what I'm doing actually is, as I'm working through the rooms, I'm killing all the zombies in each room as I work through them. So I'm not having to, they don't respawn. And so one of the biggest mistakes that I think a lot of people made on the first run through the game, and probably what you remember the most, is that you'd kill the zombies and they'd fall to the ground. And then you'd leave the room. Well, usually, even if the zombie fell to the ground, they didn't die. So when you left the room and came back, they would respawn because you didn't actually kill that zombie completely. So what I'm doing is actually completely killing the zombie, and they're not respawning because I'm doing that. So I think that was one of the biggest mistakes, obviously, that as a kid you would have made, because you just assumed that if it falls to the ground it's dead, and that didn't happen. Also, it's still early on in the game, so maybe we just haven't seen the large volume of, you know, the zombies coming out all at the same time here. Alright, so we are continuing to work our way through Resident Evil Director's Cut. We have a lot more to work through. It's not going to get any easier, I don't think, but we're doing pretty well. I'd estimate, let's see, we still have a couple. I think we got to work through the courtyard, then we come back to the mansion, and there's a whole underground area that we got to work through, the laboratory. So we still got a fair amount of game to work through. So yeah, we still may have maybe about 5 or 6 streams left in this go, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, but who knows. I don't have to get with Mr. Senor. I think I will have a long stream coming up on one of these Fridays as well, so hopefully that does happen, but we'll see. Just like we did with Sweet Home, we'll try to knock it all out with big chunks at some point. Alright, and so for those of you guys who missed it at the beginning of the video, the beer that we were happy to drink today was called Bronzfeldner. It is a Pilsner from a company called Five Stones Artisan Brewery out of New Braunfels, Texas. Great Pilsner if you're a fan of Pilsners. Very hoppy, crisp flavors. Probably more middle ground for the IBU scale. Like I said, upper 30s, lower 40s is probably where it lives. Great coloration. We don't have a lot left, so we're just going to kill it off. And maybe a little residual yeast or hops at the bottom of this beer. Delicious, delicious. So highly recommend that guy. So if you get a chance to pick up one of those, please do so. Add that to your collection of things that you've tried and make your palate more knowledgeable about things. Alright guys, well, we'll continue playing through Resident Evil Director's Cut. I'm really enjoying it. So much more Resident Evil stuff coming through the rest of the year, but we're working through this one and it is great so far. So thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Mr. Senor, Jack of all Gabes, thanks for chatting with me. Guys, remember that you can always chat in the chat box even if you're new to the streams or not. The guys are friendly. I do my best to be friendly. We try to have conversations. If you want to talk about beer, let's talk about beer. You want to talk about this game, let's talk about this game. You want to talk about any game in general, any topic is fair game. You want to talk about things that are too personal, there's no such thing when it comes to the group. So we'll talk about whatever you want. Anything that we can help you with, please let us know. We'll do our best. Alright? Great. If you like the stream, please like it. If you love it, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. I think Jack of all Gabes will be streaming on Thursday. Special stream, changing things up. I don't know what he's doing, but I'll be there because I'm interested to see what exciting things he's got coming up. And then we got Mr. Senor on Fridays, or no, I think Mr. Senor's on Wednesdays now, doing board games. So he'll correct me if I'm wrong. So just go watch the Instagram. Mr. Senor will either post tomorrow, Wednesday, or Friday about his stream for his next awesome board game. So follow us on Instagram at @TheBeardedGamers, and come follow me on my Instagram at TheClassicJuan. I will actually be brewing my own beer here at home, so I'm going to be posting all about that in the coming weeks. So excited for that. So come check out my Instagram at TheClassicJuan. Yeah, it was fun, guys. Remember, every Tuesday, 9 p.m., right here on this channel, you will get me. So until next time, remember to keep it classic.